Howdy peeps, time for another update, random what I've been up to, what's coming up in the near future, maybe some random other stuff, see how I go, whatever I happen to think of as I go. Anyway, let's start out, what I've been up to. Well, making more progress and, well, I mean the actual Terran effects is basically finished. I just got to work on the base and make that look a bit more entertaining and interesting than just a piece of black plastic. So we should be adding some rocks and grit and grime and stuff to that and seeing what we can make of that. But yeah, very nice kit to build. Pushed me into painting stakes, but you know, you've got to learn. Everything that pushes you teaches you more, you get better in theory. Next up is the M Group build M18 Hellcat, which is now sitting, well, she's ready for weathering basically. She's decaled, glossed, pin washed and flat coated, so it's dirt, muck, pigments, playing about with everything, like all that good stuff. And so probably doesn't show up too much, but hey ho. Top shot. Down the hatch. Again, yeah, the AFV Club kit, sorry. Lovely little kit. Decent price, goes together well detailed. But the thing I've mainly been working on the last week or so is my entry for the I Heart Tamiya GB on the ISM forum, which is the Porsche 911 GT something blah blah whatever. And literally yesterday I managed to finish getting the underside done. Again, it's typical Tamiya, shake and bake and try and get the glare off of all the metal work. And curbside model, no engine or anything, but yeah. Excuse me. And the interior, not that you're actually ever going to be able to see much of it once the body shell's on. I mean, it might be, there's just a bit of an angle where you can see the dashboard, but you know, there's not a lot going on in there really. Only letdown of the kit is that, as it has to be built out of the box, and the decal safety harnesses are bloody awful. But no, we may revisit it and replace them with some etch or fabric or something at some point in the future if we can be bothered or remember. And as long as I don't mess it up and end up hitting it with a hammer. The wheels, well, yeah, wheels not interesting, I know, but they prove to be quite a pig to mask, because you've got the gold centres on the wheel and the chrome, whatever colour it is, on the outside. And actually trying to mask that off, yeah, that was interesting. But the thing on this build that was, the reason I chose it is to push myself in the departments of gloss and decals, is the body shell, and decals are fairly recently dry, so I'm going to be a bit ginger handling this. But as we can see, we've got all the decals on now. Paint's looking fairly shiny. I mean, it's still got all the gloss coats and polishing and whatever to go over the top, so it should look the part when I'm done, as long as I don't go too heavy-handed. And as I'll be using the X22 with the MLC Mr. Hobby levelling thinners for the gloss, I've just got to be careful not to go too heavy on it, or the lacquer thinner will melt the decals. Fingers crossed. So other than that, the A6 Intruder I really haven't done much on since I last showed it. It's just had a bit of a pin wash while I was waiting for something to dry, I think. New acquisitions. again, not a huge amount. We're getting to that time of the month now where the bank balance goes down and you're waiting for the top up of funds from being paid again. So I picked up the C1 metallizer from Chris Hales over at C1 Models. He was doing a ISM members discount. Basically worked out you got it posted for free, I think, something like that. It's a metallic buffing powder compound thingy, kind of a pigment, and you get a fairly decent sized pot of it. And it comes with gloves, makeup pads, a couple of eyeshadow brushes. Yeah, you don't want to know how I know what they are. And a mask as well. It's nice to see. I mean, it's added a few pence onto the cost for Chris, but spider, die. Yeah, got it. But, you know, it's nice to get a product and get all the applicators and everything you need in the box, so that you can just use it. You don't go, right, I've got this. Oh, right, I've got to go out and get this, and then get this, and then so I can use it. You can open the box. It's all there. There's instructions as well on how to use it, which, as we all know, with modelling products, is a fair rarity. You normally buy something, it's just a tube or a pot or something. It goes, this. And you go, what do I do with it? And then you have to hunt through YouTube to find out what you should do with it. But what that does, I had a quick play about on an old paint mule. Trying to remember what. There we go. And it's made of. It doesn't really show it because that side is too shiny. Yeah, that's where I was practicing my gloss work. But I mean, it's just the fine powder just rubbed on and given a bit of a buff up. And that's over a black, or yeah, it's going to get some glare off of it and white out and all sorts because it's so shiny. But if I can catch it in the light, you can see. Yeah, that reflects well. Switching the camera off and on almost. There we go. But yeah, and it seems fairly robust. Doesn't come off on your thumb. It can survive a bit of masking as long as you're delicate with it. And don't use sort of the household masking tape and rub it right in and then rip it off, because you probably will take it all off if you do that. But then most paint won't stand up to that anyway. The other thing I got, I'll put that down for a moment, is anyone who plays World of Tanks will know this as the King of Derp, the ultimate strong tank. It's the look over the box, Trumpeter KV2. I think it's a fairly old kit. As far as Trumpeter's modern standards, it's an extremely low parts count. It's less than 300 parts. But it's a KV2. You know, anyone who knows me knows. Is probably surprised I haven't already got one actually, or three. And for that, because it's a fairly basic kit and I'm looking to improve how I do things and improve the overall look of my models, like we all are, went out and got this, well, I say went out, got them off of Amazon, let's be honest, didn't exactly leave the couch. I got picked up from the same place, I think it was Creative Models, the Edward photo etch set for it, so one larger and one smaller fret. For KV2, 4 trumpeter kit. I got the right one. It's one of the things that's always it's kind of put me off buying upgrades and things like that, is getting the right one for the right kit and getting the right version of. I'll probably mess that up anyway. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised I actually got the right thing. I think I did order it when I was a bit tired. It was about 3 in the morning after I just got up. Anyway, once these builds are off the table, because you've got the M group build, the Styrene Syndicate group build, Halloween Shocking Monstrosity build, the I Heart Tamiya build. Once they're done, at the start of October, we have, I think it's the start of October, oh, it might be now, somewhere around, Gimac and Paul Janssen are running an F4 Phantom SIG on the ISM, which has kindly been put on the ISM forum. So I've had it in the stash a while, but you know, me being me, I couldn't pass up the chance of the Playboy version of it. So yeah, it's 172, but it's a honking big plane anyway, and in 148 it'd just be massive, and I'd be running out of display space. But so it's the Fujimi kit. Is it Fujimi? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Everything in here looks, you know, there's recessed panel lines and nothing's overly heavy. Clear parts look kind of clear. I don't think there's any etch or anything special with it. It's a fairly basic kit, and the decals look, meh, look like decals. But given the experience on that Porsche, I'm not quite so nervous with decals these days. So with a bit of luck, I could make that look semi-okay. And then this one's been in the stash even longer, but I believe it's the start of October. Again on ISM is the Panzer IV, I think it's how they're called, the Heinz SIG, because there's so many varieties. Don't know, I don't eat baked beans, so I don't really pay much attention to Heinz. But it's basically a Panzer IV SIG. So I figured German armour, may as well go Dragon, because let's face it, that's what Dragon do. And the smart kit, and they were 15% off in my local shop, so it seemed churlish not to. Yeah, I guess what you're going to expect from a Dragon kit. Don't think there's anything particularly shiny in here. That's still sealed. Yeah, believe it or not, folks, I've not actually looked in the box. I've had it for months. Oh, well, let's have a quick shifty through it, shall we? Right. It says if you can get the lid off without tearing it. Why do they make it so hard to get into these things sometimes? Probably because it's been sat at the bottom of the stash bottle, because the new bottles come in and get stuck on the top. But yeah, right. Yeah, it's Dragons. It's a box full of plastic, and being new Dragon, you get 2 decals and a teeny little sheet of ultra fiddly etch. But that should keep me quiet for a couple of days building that. What was it saying? Blah 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 blah. Yeah, realistic this, accurate that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, that's about it for this time. Hopefully this will upload a bit quicker now. I've got faster broadband, so I shouldn't be sitting here the rest of the day waiting for it to upload. Anything else I can think of? Not really. You may notice I've changed the colour of t-shirt and I'm wearing a hat, trying to get glare off my face from, I would say, the light coming in the window, but it's pretty grey and overcast today. Yeah, I think that's about it for now. Yeah, so keep modelling, have fun at the bench, and just don't stick your head to it. Laters, dudes.